Hi guys, welcome to week 8 of Table Leader Training for Who You Are at Man Church. I hope everybody's having a wonderful week. Last week we discussed recovery related issues with Joe Herzenak at his message. And I don't know about for your table, but at our table we had some wonderful application of the material. Guys talking about recovery and substance abuse related issues in their families, for themselves, and so hopefully you had a similar experience at your table. This week we're going to be transitioning into the single life, and so we have Mike Daniels doing the message on Monday night on the single life, and hopefully having some really neat conversation revolving around the single life this Monday night. For this week in Making Small Groups Work, we're asking that you read chapter 43 on learning new skills, and so there's a couple of points that we wanted to point out as it relates to learning new skills. First, have time to try new things. So we offer this at our table discussions, right? Guys are talking about things that they maybe have never talked about before, and they're learning different ways of relating and thinking and talking at the tables. There's scripture that go along with each of these verses, or excuse me, with each of these bullet points on your agendas that should be attached to this email as well. So for having time to try new things, James 2:20-24. Growth needs to be intrinsic, so the responsibility to grow belongs to the individual. And this is from Philippians 2:12-13. And so again, everybody at our table, it's their responsibility as to whether they want to grow and how much growth they're going to do. And so we want to encourage them to be the best that they can be, to share, to do their homework, for instance. Bullet point number 3, as table leaders, we encourage people to grow and cast visions, from Ephesians 4:15 and 16. We want to ask the group members what growth they would like to see as they study the Who You Are material. So really important that we're encouraging the guys to be the best that they can be, to see what kind of growth they want to have, to make it really applicable to them, individualized to them as well. Okay, and we want to continue to keep our groups a safe place to share, grow, stumble, and grow some more. And so this is from Hebrews 10:24. So again, really important that we want, if we want our guys to open up and to share and to grow, it's going to be important that we have a safe place for them to do that. And I really like the part that we talk about stumbling. It's not perfect as we're growing. We are going to stumble. We are going to have some difficulty, but stumbling allows us to grow more sometimes. So when you get to your tables this week, we're going to go right into the discussion questions. For the discussion questions, we don't have any set answers for these questions. So it's really just an opportunity to provide conversation around these questions. So question number 1, we've all been single. What 3 words describe your singleness now or before you were married? So again, an opportunity for the guys to discuss what singleness means, and I would imagine you're going to have guys who are single and guys who are married, but can remember back to the single life and be able to process what 3 words would describe their singleness. Question number 2, Paul advised not getting married. Why? How do you see his concerns addressed in Mike's talk about God's usefulness for marriage and singleness? Number 3, how do both singleness and marriage affect social needs and become useful for discipleship? Number 4, how can we approach marriage or singleness as the context, not the focus, of discipleship? Deeper fellowship with God, not just circumstance improvement or spiritual activity. And number 5, where do you see a society built for couples, and how can we be more inclusive for single adults? And so really an opportunity for some really neat conversation with the guys at the table. On a personal note, I just wanted to share with everybody how blessed I've been to have walked with each one of you, and to continue walking with each of you as we're going through the Who You Are material. Being able to be a table leader, talk with you guys every week has been really a blessing for me. And so I'm really looking forward to Monday night. We've got an activity scheduled for Monday night, so I hope everybody can make it. Really want to be able to get some input from table leaders on really how things are going, and if there's any issues or any stumbling blocks that any of the table leaders might be experiencing, so that we can process that. And so we want to be able to have some time for community in our table leader training on Monday night. So I look forward to Monday night and seeing everybody there. Thanks, guys. Have a great week.